been 2 weeks now since the Fraglab x faraway partnership was announced, and in those 2 weeks we've gotten tons of information. We had a whole Q&A, and we've had Fraglab devs and faraway devs talking about the future of Shatterline and what content could possibly be coming in the future. And we've also gotten a lot of information about the Web3/crypto integration and how it's going to work for Shatterline. So I feel one of the main things I need to talk about for the Shatterline community here is the optionality of the Web3 integration. It's completely optional. If you don't want to mess with it, you don't have to. It's not going to be forced down your throat or anything. It is purely optional. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. However, if you do want to do it, it really is as simple as 2 clicks. There will be a button in game. You click that, you click another button, boom. All of a sudden, you are ready to go for the NFT and Web3 side of things. So now that we know that the Web3 side of things is completely optional, I actually wanted to share some gameplay footage of the drones. You've probably already seen this before, but I wanted to talk about it with a little bit more depth. Now, as you can see from the gameplay on screen, the drones really are just kind of pets that fly around and help you out with some minor damage dealing. And judging from the gameplay, it doesn't seem to be killing everything for you. It seems to be more of just an assistance drone than anything. So people don't need to worry about people buying these NFT drones and then just completely destroying, bosses in Expedition. Realistically, it's not something to worry about, and as you can see from the gameplay itself, it's very evidently not that strong. I think I actually saw it struggle to kill just a common zombie, so yeah, there's nothing to worry about here, at all. This is really just a cool pet system, honestly. Yeah, that's all I've really got to say about it. In fact, just one more thing. I actually wanted to show where the NFT drones actually come from. They come from a game called Heavy Metal Forge, where you collect various heavy metals, or drones as I'll call them from now on. You collect various drones, you build a base, and yeah, it's essentially like a pet collector game from what I can tell, with some sort of PvP elements. So that's where the drones are coming from. If you're interested, I'll put a link to the heavy metal websites. So if you're interested in the heavy metals in general, or you want to learn more about where they come from, the functionalities that they'll have in Shatterline, I will link everything you need in the description below. Now that we've talked about, all the major things for the average Shatterline player regarding, the Web3 integration, it's really important to talk about this new direction that Fraglab is now going in. There is now a high priority on player feedback, because they want to make a game that is what the players want to see. So what that means is that your feedback right now is 10 times more important than what it was a year ago or 2 years ago. Fraglab are reading, all of the feedback. Faraway are also reading all of the feedback. They are very active, and I would highly recommend that you start putting down as much feedback as you possibly can, because they want it. They want to see it. They want to read it. They want to bring your ideas to life. That doesn't mean, every idea is going to be put in the game. That would be a lot of work. But for those ideas that are truly above and beyond very good, they will be, looked at, and they will at some point be considered for implementation. Now, I personally know that Fraglab and Faraway are very, very proactive at the moment when it comes to feedback. They read everything, and they really do want to hear what players have to say. So my biggest recommendation is that you go to the official Shatterline Discord server and you make some feedback forums about what you want to see. I've already put in a few feedback forums. and I know personally that these have been read. I also know a lot of other feedback forums that have been read. So yeah, so put your feedback down. Fraglab, faraway, they'll look at it, and yeah, they'll go from there. So it's just really important that people know that. So one last thing I want to add before I very abruptly end the video. Right now, nothing is set in stone. You know, Faraway and Fraglab, they're talking, they're looking at the feedback, they're trying to figure out what players want, they're trying to figure out what they can do. You know, they really, really do want to impress us. So let's, you know, respect them, let's give them time, let's try and stop the arguments, you know, for the time being, to let them come up with a plan. Once things are more concrete and Fraglab and Faraway know what they're doing, they will share all of that information with everybody. So don't worry, it's not secret, nobody's going to be missing out. Everybody will know what the sort of plan is once that plan is made. So yeah, just be patient, bide your time, you know, hopefully big information soon. Naturally, I'll make videos, you know, talking about it, thoughts, opinions, etc, etc. But until then, just keep waiting, guys. Let's try and cool down a little bit, respect one another a little bit, as hard as that may be. You know, yeah. Ultimately, be excellent to each other, right? Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye bye.